We're almost there. This wall took a lot longer than expected. This header was huge, and it's kind of a pain to move. Making the best of it though. So we're waiting on a 6x6 to frame that window in on that garage wall. My pops is supposed to be bringing it. Not sure when he'll be here, but I got the reach lift all set up to where we can stand that wall. She's in position. Until then, we have a couple interior walls that still need to be framed up. Right in here, Jay's snapping out all of our lines. All in here, we need to take a couple of these in, get those framed, get those stood. After that, we have the entryway to play with still. That gets a little bit cut up. We have some arches and stuff that go in there. It's gonna be fun though. So many of you guys have been asking me if Q is framing it. He framed his first wall. It's actually what the camera's sitting on right now. We've got him going on some more walls back here. He's getting it, little by little. It does take a bit of time to get used to everything, getting the feel for a gun. Teaching him not to bump fire and to single fire only. Bump fire when you're just starting out is a recipe for disaster. Chances are you're gonna shoot yourself in the first day. Slow and steady wins the race. He's learning though. So I got my 6x6. We're gonna hold off on these and get this big wall in the garage stood. little bit of wall standing. It's nice. Back to the garage. We've got that one last wall to go. It's looking pretty good. I'm boxing it out right now. Big old LVL header. And I'm boxing in an LVL all the way through here. Just gonna throw in a block here, block in the center a couple places, and one over there. It doesn't even really need it, but I think it'll look better. Not only that, it's gonna hold it a little bit better too. Just having that single LVL in there, the thing can get kind of floppy. This wall's about to go up though. I just need some blocks in it, top plate it, and it's good. From there, the only thing we have left to go, guys, is the entryway framing, and I am super pumped on that.
So that was one detail that the builder was actually pretty strict on, said he wanted it. So what we had to do to account for that was overframe 1.5 inches for our height. That way we could fit both pieces of OSB, one on each side, and then one on the top to cap it. Looks good though, I'll give them that. It gives them quite a bit of backing too and ties these double walls together nicely. They're working on getting that window framed in right there. Key's getting some hold downs knocked out. We're wrapped up over there. I just put up a couple of line braces. We're going to do the same over here. Where we have shear panel, we don't need a brace because it's not going to rack. We do need a brace
say right here, to line this wall, to hold this wall as straight as possible to where when we put our roof system on, everything works out good. If you don't do this and your wall takes a big dive in, it's gonna show in your roof system. You don't want that. So when you set up all your plumbing line braces, you want all your braces to be on a 45-degree angle. The way you figure this out is very simple. Whatever your plate height is, in this case we have 10-foot walls. We're gonna take 10 foot, that's our run, 10 foot for our rise. They're both the same. You enter the wall height for both of them, hit diagonal, 14 foot, 1 and 11/16. So 14 foot. Therefore, when you order all of your material, whoever orders your material, whether you do or somebody else does, if you have 10-foot walls, you want to order 14-foot 2x4 in order to do all of your plumbing line braces. The more you know. So there's many ways to do what we're about to do right now. All of them work. I'm going to show you what we're doing right now though. Wrong boots for being up here. So since we have shear panel on already, this OSB out here, we don't want to put the block out here. There's another method that we do where we'll put the block out here like this and then run a string line from here to the other one and use a 2x4 as a gauge to tell us how far off we are. With OSB it can be off pretty quick though, so we're just gonna hold this flush to outside a plate, put a string on the corner right there, and we're gonna eyeball it from there. As I said though, there's many ways to do this. I'm not saying this is the best way, but I am saying this works. So then we'll run our string from here all the way over to the other one, and then we can look down the string to the corner of the plate right here and see how far off we are. Then we'll push our line braces out or in based off of that line. So now we'll run a string line from here all the way out to there, and we can pin these braces here, here, and there. So then we use that line to gauge where we need to go. That right there would tell us that that one needs to go out or in, but it's perfect. And it is right here as well, so we're just gonna go ahead and blast these braces. So now I stress this with you guys quite a bit, that everything in framing is a domino effect. If you start with bad plating, you end up with bad framing, which ends up in a bad roof. If you fail to do plumb and line correctly, your roof is going to follow whatever you do. Therefore, when you do this, take your time and make it clean. Now is our chance to go back through, tighten up any of our loose ends, get everything dialed in prior to getting a roof on this place. And after today, this whole section here is ready for a roof. So now I've shown you guys 45-degree braces, how we line all of our walls with that string line up top on the 2x4. Now, let's talk about the bottom of these braces. Right now, we don't have a whole lot to nail into. We'll be toenailing like crazy, hoping that they hit the plate. I'm gonna show you a quick and easy method, super safe to do, to make sure that you've got some good nailing down there. And just like that, now you've got good nailing. Just like that. So that's the view we've been showing you guys since day one. Today's progress. Let's talk about what we did today. The beginning of the day, we started framing on the double garage walls. Those guys right in there. We tied those two walls together with an 11.5-inch piece of OSB going up the trimmers, across the header, and down the other side. Now, while me and Quentin were framing those walls, Jay got all of our interiors banged out. Quentin helped as well. He banged a couple walls today. We got this wall in, the next wall in, that one that runs that way, along with one more that ties into the big stuff back there. After all those were up, we busted out the string lines, got some of our braces put up, and started working towards plumbing line. So as we walk into the garage here, it might look a little hectic, but I'm gonna explain something to you guys. You have a line brace and you have a plumb brace. A plumb brace goes up against a wall and holds that wall plumb. A line brace lines a wall. So as you can see, it runs from down here all the way up to the top. And what we do is run string lines all the way across the top of our plates. And from there, we can push or pull this brace here and nail it where it goes. That way we keep this wall as straight as possible. Now that's a line brace back there in the garage that I just showed you. This is a plumb brace that's on this wall here. It holds a wall plumb. Now let me give you guys an example real quick. If this wall here needed to go that way, we would put the top of our brace up in that corner and the bottom down here. And that's gonna hold that to where it doesn't come back. If you brace the other side and brace it like that, the wall can still rack that way, and it has a tendency to. So whatever way your wall needs to move, that should dictate how your brace goes on. Two different kinds of braces, guys. We have line braces and we got plumb braces. I just showed you both of them. This project's looking good. We're gonna start on the entryway here tomorrow. We've got some arches going in there. I'm gonna show you guys how to build an arch properly. Hopefully we can have some fun with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. It's 6 o'clock right now, daylight savings time. It doesn't get dark until right around 7 or 7:30. Kind of stoked, kind of not, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in our next episode. Bang on.